The Saiyan God state has been a complete madness because the essence he was releasing would surprise all the deities present. So instantly, even Beerus was forced to use 28% of all his power, which had already exceeded his limit. I can't believe much power I've been able to reach that mortal. He has even been able to force me to use much more power, and without having to fight. Wow, the power that runs through my body is amazing. So, for this very reason, the gods possess absurd amounts of power. I feel that I'm able to beat anyone. Apparently, he's shocked by the state of a god. But you better get ready, because right now I'll test your power. Mr. Beerus, don't get complacent, as apparently the power of that Saiyan has risen in a surprising way. So much so that at the moment he's able to defeat it. Don't say stupid things, Whis. It's true that it's been able to get an amazing power, but remember that I'm the most powerful god among the 12. I can't lose with a mortal. Beerus, as a flash, had rushed against Goku, but to everyone's surprise, Goku was able to dodge him, staring at Beerus. So with this move, you'll be able to hit me a few moments ago. How interesting. At this moment, I was able to see everything completely. Goku, with a slight blow to the chest of Beerus, was able to cause incredible damage. So much that it would make him fall to the ground, vomiting large amounts of blood all over the floor. What the hell? The hit he was able to give me was incredible. The power and precision are out of this world. Beerus would stand up, but his internal energy would become very out of control. No, damn. I have to control my internal energy because otherwise... Beerus was able to release a large amount of destructive energy, though all of his energy veins, so at the moment, it was enough to control the energy flow again, because Goku's fist had been able to inject his Saiyan God energy. I can tell that you have great control on the new techniques of the gods, but I want to see if you could do this against the true power of a god. Beerus would begin to channel much more power, with which he was able to even make Goku retreat a few meters. So at the moment, Beerus, at a great speed, rushed again against Goku. However, Goku this time was able to block his blow, so both began to exchange thousands of blows all around. The battle of both would intensify to such an extent that they began to fight in the same way all over Universe 7, destroying inhospitable planets. The destruction they caused in the other universes will be evident. I have to create a barrier so that does not spread to universes 6 and 8. Whis, with the help of his staff, was able to create a great barrier throughout Universe 7, so that intense battle continues with the same rhythm. Beerus, moment, was able to connect an incredible blow on Goku's chin, sending him to a planet, destroying everything around him. Now Beerus, being about to say something, Goku with incredible speed was able to hit back, sending him the same way to a planet, but the planet on this occasion would be completely destroyed. The blow you gave me was amazing, but I don't plan to give up, so right now I plan to end this battle. Goku would expel much more power, with which, in all his great aura, a great Ozaru would be formed. That's right, Goku's power had been so great that an incredible Ozaru would be formed throughout the Universe 7. This is the power of all my friends, and my own power. I'm not allowed to lose. Ugh, that blow hurt me too much, but I don't plan to lose because I'm the most powerful god among all the gods. I'll show you all my power. Beerus would instantly begin to expel his true power, which left Whis surprised. Mr. Beerus is planning to use his transformation for the first time. Even none of the gods know the transformation of Mr. Beerus, and he'll use it with a mortal. The power of Beerus would begin to rise in an unreal way, so much so that it would cause the entire Universe 7 to begin to tremble, because the power of Beerus was too great. At the pace of a great explosion of destructive energy, it was possible to observe Beerus in his new form, from which he radiated destructive energy. I apologize for the delay. I'm just not used to using 100% of all my power. But are you ready? Goku at this moment was unable to dodge the blow that Beerus was able to give him all over his face. The blow contained an incredible power that the planet in his path had been completely destroyed. Goku would be able to recover in one of the rubble, spitting out too much blood, while his energy veins seemed to explode. I'm not able to fight with this power anymore. I feel like my whole body's starting to tear. This must be the price for using the power of a god. What's happened? Is that all the Saiyan God can offer? You're completely wrong. I'm still capable of beating you up. The gaze of both warriors crossed. Launching into the attack, their battle was much more destructive. So Whis instantly would create a barrier for all the warriors of planet Earth who were affected by the simple pressure of the battle of both warriors, because the power of both was capable of ending their lives.
I can't believe the power Kakarot's been able to achieve. I likewise also want to achieve the power of the gods.
This is a nightmare. I'm sure that guy must have already used much more than 25% of all his power, so the battle must be over by now. I agree with you, madame, but apparently neither of the two wishes to give up, so the battle will only be decided when one of the two falls.
I don't know who'll be the first to fall, because from Kakarot's expression, his body's about to collapse, but I don't know the limit of Mr. Beerus.
Like the warrior named Mr. Goku, Mr. Beerus is at the limit, since no one has ever forced him to use 100% of his combat form.
Damn it. I have to end this battle once and for all, because otherwise this wretch will be able to beat me.
In the next blow, I'll use all my power. If I miss, it'll be my defeat, but the planet Earth is already free of danger, since I have forced him to use much more power. Instantly, both launched themselves with their maximum speeds, granting themselves an incredible blow. At that moment, both fell toward the planet on the verge of death. Since the last blow that both contained their maximum power, for this part Susano, who was watching everything that happened, was surprised since Son Goku's power had exceeded all his expectations.
I'll have to do it right now, since my power is much greater than that of an ordinary angel. Only Daishenkin's able to defeat me, but if I am able to absorb both warriors, I'm sure that my power will grow in an incredible way.
Whis would begin to heal Beerus, but with a great movement, he was able to dodge a kick that, if connected with him, would have knocked him out of combat, while instantly a surprising pressure would fall all over the planet Earth.
Damn, this is the worst moment a newer enemy has appeared, but luckily I have one of the seeds that recover all the energies.
Vegeta was able to throw one of the seeds towards Goku, who, despite being on the verge of death, was able to eat one, healing all his wounds completely, as well as obtaining an incredible power increase, prostrating himself in front of that warrior. Who the hell are you? Why are you trying to attack us when we're not able to defend ourselves? You're a coward.
It's a pity. I just wanted to not go through the suffering of the beating I'll give you, because if you're at 100% of your power, I'll have to beat him up to absorb you.
Haha, did you say absorb me? You think I'll get sucked in so easily? Don't be deluded, because if you want to end my life, you'll have to be prepared to die too. But without Goku being able to notice, the warrior with a seed and strength much more overwhelming than that of Beerus was able to hold him by the neck, completely neutralizing him to the ground.
You don't have the power required to do anything against me, so you better be prepared to form for my power.
But at that precise moment, Beerus in his combat form would throw an incredible blow at him. But the guy with his other hand was able to stop that incredible blow.
It will be better to wait your turn, since you will be part of my power, and not even your angel will be able to avoid it.
Susano, with a few blows, was able to send Goku flying to another planet, making him destroy mountains in his path, while he would begin to approach Beerus.
Who the hell are you? I can tell that you're not an ordinary person, but I'm not gonna form to your power. First, you have to end my life.
Beerus would throw himself against that warrior, but this time, despite the fact that Beerus' power was completely restored, he hadn't been able to do anything against him. Since his enemy was able to knock each of his blows, his powers were as distant as heaven and earth. Susano at the moment was able to summon an energy giant, which pounced against Beerus, and being a few centimeters away, several rays were able to trap his body completely. So at the moment, the giant would create a huge explosion, but before he's able to catch Beerus, Goku was able to hold him with his great speed, falling to the side of that gigantic explosion. Mr. Beerus, are you alright? But Goku would start vomiting huge amounts of blood all over the place.
Damn bug, you didn't have to do something so risky. He's almost able to finish both of us, but I appreciate it, although I don't know how the hell we'll be able to defeat him. At the moment, among the flames of that great explosion, Susano would be beginning to approach both warriors. While on his back, this same hell was able to represent itself, or rather, the soul of thousands of warriors who were part of his power. This'll be your new home, so you better get started getting acquainted.
No, damn, I don't plan to be part of your power. I'll end your damn existence first. Goku would pounce against the warrior, followed by Beerus. Despite being the two most powerful warriors of Universe 7, Beerus, the strongest god among the 12 gods, they were not able to face that imposing warrior, which would only take one of his arms to be able to completely neutralize him. So then, he would stop playing, taking both of them by the neck and crashing them against the mountains and rocks that were around them for a few moments. He would throw them, destroying everything around.
It is time. You're not even able to move anymore. At this moment, you will pass to form for all of my power.
Ah, damn it! Even the lost status of a Saiyan god, this will be our end.
Hell, I never thought that I'd be defeated by a warrior who doesn't even exercise the title of a god. You're a random being.
At the moment, a large portal would form in front of them, with which their powers began to be drained. But at that instant, their last hope would appear on the battlefield. That's right, Whis was able to manage to give an incredible blow on his face, sending him flying. It's time to fight. I have to be able to end this warrior's life.
But Whis, you being an angel can't meddle in the affairs of the gods.
This is a special case since I have been able to realize that the subject in front of us is about Susano, one of the first celestial beings, but having ambitions of wanting to overthrow the king of the whole Zeno-sama. They were considered fallen celestials.
Well, apparently you know something about my origin. But that won't save you from ending your pathetic life here now. So get ready, damn insect.
You better not get complacent, as the divine realm has changed since 5 million years ago, and at the moment you are not untouchable. At the moment, an angel and a fallen celestial began to exchange millions of blows all over the battlefield. However, inside Goku, the power of the Super Saiyan God had been able to merge with Son Goku completely. So at the moment, a new power was beginning to awaken in his body. Since, being a prodigy, he was able to perform feats that no other warrior was able to achieve. I feel like my body's burning. I even feel like my blood is pumping much faster. My heart feels like it's gonna explode. That's right, the internal system of Goku would begin to emanate a new power. On the other hand, the battle of both seemed to be very evenly matched. However, Susano would begin to increase his power, while Whis was already using 100% of all of his power. So in the course of the battle, Susano would begin to take the advantage. Susano, with a great blow, was able to send Whis flying, falling to the planet very badly injured. Hell, I thought after millions of years I'd be able to do something against him. Susano would begin to approach Whis with the intention of ending his life. But in all that place, a gigantic power had been perceived, even being so much that on this occasion the barrier that Whis had placed had been completely destroyed, being perceived his power by all the gods and beings of the Divine Kingdom.
Wow, whose incredible power is that?
Goku's power would continue to grow in an incredible way, destroying everything in its path. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.